Hey YouTube, this is Raj, and today I'm going to be talking about the bow enchantment in Minecraft. And basically, it is one of the most misunderstood items in Minecraft, and there are a lot of enchantments that are specific to the bow, so it's definitely worth considering the overall picture of how to enchant a bow, and that's what I'm specifically going to do. So why don't we get started and talk about the bow? So let's get into the bow enchantments in Minecraft. So there are a lot of options with the bow that are specific to the bow, and the names are a bit different, but a lot of the enchantments are very similar to other enchantments. So it's pretty straightforward. So let's talk about it. And it's kind of cool because, a lot of the things, there's different functions or different ways to do it, but with the bow, it's pretty straightforward. So what power 5 does, if you're not familiar, is it increases the arrow damage. So with a normal arrow, there's about 9 damage that you can do with it. What power does is it increases that damage. So even at 50%, it does a lot of damage. So that's level 1. Level 1 will increase the arrow damage by 50%. Level 5 increases the damage by, what is it? About 150%. So it's one of the most useful enchantments to put on a bow. It definitely is useful because it increases the damage by such a large amount. So if you're not used to using bows, the amount that you get with this is pretty amazing. And the thing that's especially amazing with it is usually with weapons, you have to choose what specific type of mob you want to use that melee damage for. So if you want to use it against undead mobs or spiders or stuff like that, or aquatic mobs. But this one's generalized and is pretty powerful, and you don't really have to make a choice about which mobs you want to attack. So it's definitely a good enchantment. The next one is Punch 2. So basically, if you're used to using swords, this is similar to the knockback enchantment. So it has level 1 and level 2, so it can either knock the mob back by 3 blocks or 6 blocks. It's a good enchantment, but not anything you have to go out of your way to get. It's definitely useful. And the next one is Flame. So obviously by the name, when you throw an arrow, it lights the mob on fire. It also increases the damage. So if you consider having power 5 and then having flame on top of that, you can definitely do a lot of damage just with one arrow shot. So the next one is interesting, and probably the biggest downside of bows in general. So you either have the option of Infinity 1. Now what Infinity 1 does is basically you have to have one arrow in your inventory. And when you shoot it with an Infinity Bow enchantment, basically you don't use the arrow. You just only need one arrow in your inventory, and you keep shooting arrows even though you only have one. But without Infinity, you basically need a giant stack, and you have to craft them and use resources to use up your arrows. So this one is very useful because it reduces the amount of arrows you use. Basically, you don't use arrows at all. You only need one though. And then the thing that makes this problematic is that the thing that's incompatible with it is mending. So either you got to choose about increasing the durability of your bow or being able to shoot arrows without really using arrows. So that is quite a dilemma. Uh, I'd probably say Infinity is pretty good. It depends on your choice. If you have no problem getting a lot of bow or arrows, then it's not a problem. But if you want mending, yeah, that's a hard choice. So the next one is Unbreaking 3. So obviously, if you're pretty much every piece of armor or item has this enchantment, basically it increases the durability of an item. So basically when you use this item and it's at max level 3, so if you have Unbreaking 3, you have a 25% of it costing you durability each time you use it. So it's definitely an effective enchantment to have on your bow or any item really. And the one specific thing to avoid is Cursive Vanishing. Just watch out for your books and make sure the curse enchantment isn't on it, because when you die, your precious bow may just vanish completely. So that is all the enchantments for the bow. I'd actually say before I did the enchantments for bows and this video, I never really thought of bow as an overall good weapon in Minecraft, but looking at the way these enchantments are, you can actually get a lot of damage out of a bow. It's actually really surprising how much damage. And the thing that's amazing about it is that there's no options about like which one you have to use. So you can pretty much just load up your bow with enchantments and get a lot of damage for your bow for arrow strikes that you hit on mobs. So you can almost kill mobs with one hit. And I'd also say I haven't done the crossbow video, but from what I know about crossbows, the bows are way more effective than crossbows. They just do way more damage. So it's definitely a weapon that is worth considering, especially as a secondary weapon or even a primary weapon. You might want to use a good enchanted bow with these. So that was the bow enchantment guide in Minecraft. I hope that was a very valuable video for you guys. I hope that was illuminating because honestly, I never thought of the bow as a great weapon, and seeing the enchantments you can put on and the amount of damage you can do with a bow is pretty astonishing. So it's definitely worth considering getting a bow that is really enchanted, even just to like play around with and see how it works. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been doing a lot of enchantment videos, so I've been doing enchantments on specific items, on weapons. You can check those out. Also, if you have questions about some of the enchantments I talked about, I mean, you can look at the power enchantment video is good, the punch enchantment, the flame enchantment. Basically, I've done all of the videos on the specific enchantments I talked about in this video, and you can check out those videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a like. If you want me to keep producing content, give me a subscribe. If you just want to make a comment about something in this video, I really appreciate it and always read those comments. And stay classy, YouTube. This is Raj.